been a while, and yes, I'm still playing Minecraft. Actually, I haven't really been spending very much money on video games. Well, I did buy some games for Xbox, but I haven't really gotten into it. I think Minecraft has kind of spoiled me, or I've enjoyed it too much. Anyways, I probably will start a whole new map. I have a tendency to get tired of a map and then I just start a new one. So I probably have a bunch of maps I probably need to go back and delete. Anyways, let's go ahead, and I am going to probably do more survival, but I'm going to keep the creative option open just in case I need to, give myself some stuff. That way I don't make at least the map too long. So here we go. We're going to call this, I want to do more of an underground base, so we're going to call it the underground. I love huge biomes. Probably not going to change any settings. We're going to call this Breakaway. It's kind of how I feel right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. See what kind of map we get. It's been a while since I've done recording with XSplit here, so hopefully the video turnout will turn out alright. Okay. Looks like it put me in the ocean, so I'm not going to feel too bad about teleporting far off in the distance. Oh, looks like I got an email, but it's not showing up on the screen. I just wondered if it was going to pop up on the screen, but it doesn't look like it did. Alright, so I'm in the middle of the ocean. I can't really see myself surviving. Good thing I didn't start in survival mode, huh? Of course, I could start here, but there isn't really much to work with. Not even a tree, nothing to survive off of. Unless you can eat dirt. Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm going to type in some random numbers. 6 characters long. Why do I do that? Just in case I decide to share the map with some people and they decide to grief me for fun. They'd have a very long walk, or they'd have to have access to teleport commands. And my location, and I went from ocean to ocean. Oh, I do have sand over here. Let's see if I can make it. Nope, not quite. It's a bit boring, but it has some trees, and looks like I'll have some slimes dropping from the sky. Those come in handy though, just in case you need to make pistons or something like that. I don't know if you can make potions with slimes yet. Lava always starts fires. So, where shall I build? Hopefully the landmass will get bigger. Oh, just craters. 2 craters next to each other. Shall we teleport again and see if we can get some better landmass? This is just... Okay. Moonstone. Doesn't look natural the way the texture is on that particular block. We already have some hostiles popping up on the screen. The little red dots on my little mini map. That probably means there's some underground. Yeah, it's probably one of the guys I'm looking at. Okay, so should we take it or shall we leave it? Let's teleport one more time. And teleport away. Alright, looks like we have some pretty good landmass here. Big enough. Death from above. No, just kidding. Okay, landmass is pretty good. It's not too fancy. It's kind of just your basic Minecraft-ish look to it. I do like, however, I'm close to an ocean, though. I've got some wolves. Always want to see where you're moving to instead of just jumping into an area. Actually, the very first time I played Minecraft, it was you would wind up with just a block area, and you could actually walk off the map, or you would just walk into an invisible wall. But the very first map I played on was just nothing but sand. And the very first thing I discovered, well, the first thing I did was I dug out the entire sand pit, or the sand block, and made a humongous greenhouse. And for some reason, I would have monsters that would keep spawning. I'm like, well, I sectioned this off. How come I still have monsters spawning? I couldn't figure it out until I watched other people's Minecraft videos. I'm like, oh, okay, the area needs to be all lit. So, let's see, if we can have a cliff face, we can probably put the entrance to my underground shelter, or building. Okay, I think this is decent enough. Okay, for now I'm going to turn off. Nobody is really watching, so I could get away with turning off the monsters. And we'll just go ahead and put myself in. Right, survival mode. I have no tools, just the books that I came with. We are actually missing the dynamic. Not like I'm really going to need it. Okay. Don't always get the book. It always seems to take a long time for you to either find it or for it to find you. Alright, now to beat on some trees. I'll probably play long enough to get my shelter built. So if anybody's watching my chat or video, I was wondering what you guys think of this quarantine. It's not a quarantine that I really get to benefit or enjoy because of the kind of job I work. I don't want to really dox myself, but let's just say I have a job that hasn't really shut down, that we're going to probably keep going, keep working. The only thing that shuts us down is if we actually run out of things at my work to sell. That is all the information I'm going to give. And so anybody that wants to actually track me down, you're probably going to have to do some research from that point on. But anyways, a lot of people actually talk about being on quarantine on YouTube, so that's probably an experience I don't get to experience. But I guess it's kind of nice that I do look forward to getting a paycheck. Well, everybody will probably have to wait for that check to come in the mail from the government, or I guess the $1,000 that I've heard. I don't know. Maybe possibly I might get the $1,000 and I'll maybe get to invest it rather than have to use it for, like, you know, paying bills or something like that. Sorry, I got an itch in my ear. I gotta take care of it real quick. Yeah, get your figure out of here. You don't know where it's been. So, alright, I got some wood. I think I'm gonna part with the birch, and no, I'm gonna part with it all. Come on. Okay, crafting bench. Alright, we're gonna decide on a house location. The thing about the way I used to play Minecraft is you really had less choice of what kind of terrain you'd get. You get one type of terrain and it would be consistent throughout the whole area. And you actually had to work with it. But the one thing I do miss is, you know, the way the Minecraft has been set up for me lately is I hardly ever get to see winter zones. You know, like a whole area, just winter. It's more just elevation. But just the whole winter, the whole area being winter, it kind of made it more challenging, I guess, to get the food. But that was also before you had a food bar that you had to concern yourself with. Okay, since I'm like up against a cliff here, I'm going to probably set up a temporary house. Besides, it is starting to get dark. And I have a chicken that actually wants the seeds that I have in my hands. Okay, so temporarily build a house. Or should we just dig a spot inside the mountain here? It's not like I have to worry about creepers, or zombies, or skeletons. Alright, we're gonna make it simple, easy. Actually, what's kind of cool is if there's a cave, just that you can dive right into and then maybe just light it up. Just a small cave. I really don't like all those connecting caves, at least not for the start. And the only thing I don't like about this is that a monster can drop down in front of you. You're like exiting your house, and then suddenly you're like, oh, it's safe, and then you get out, and all of a sudden the creature just drops down in front of you and explodes. You're like, oh, that was nice. And there goes the entrance of my house. So what we'll do is build an overhang. I don't have any torches. Okay. Good. 3 doors. 3 doors down. Alright. Yeah. That's a really nice house. Or at least it's shelter. That was kind of a waste. I should have just used my fist on the trees. But it'll make it go faster, I think. It's actually a shovel that I need right now, and some torches, but I don't want to use up wood just to make charcoal. It is not quite so dark outside, but it's spawning dark. Alright. We should start thinking about a garden. I just don't know if this bird's going to go after the seeds that have been planted. Alright, I got plenty of wood, so it's time for me to start thinking about chests. But I'm going to use the wood that I have already processed. It's good to have stuff in the chest, so like if you die, you're not going to lose all your stuff. Alright. Entrance. Okay. Alright, so now that I got a shelter, and I don't have any viewers, and it's kind of getting past, well, my bedtime, I'm going to probably go ahead and end it right here, and then hopefully guys, if you guys actually watch this video, give me a thumbs up if you like the idea of me starting a survival map, and because it'll encourage me to actually continue it if I do get some thumbs up. If not, then I might just, say screw it, I'm just going to do some creative. I think the cooler stuff comes out of me when I'm doing creative mode, but in survival mode I'm just using what I can get my hands on. So thumbs up if you want me to stay in survival mode, or just make a comment saying, hey, why don't you just go to creative mode, you're better at it. Or, well, hopefully you guys find the video and enjoy it later. For now, I'm going to end it right here and call it a night.